This is me doing shadow work while I'm in my shadow. That might be the name of this episode. I don't know. Anyway, um, okay, so for those of you who know and those of you who don't know, okay, I was homeless. At the time I was married to somebody, and because of what it is that I went through and how they were handling the situation and the things that they were going through, ultimately, it was just best to part ways and I got a divorce. At that point in time, I didn't feel like that. Okay. Now I feel like, yeah, it wasn't our time. It wasn't the time. It wasn't the place. And the best thing to do was part ways and be divorced. Then how I felt, man, listen. Anyway, I have since, re-spoken to my ex-husband and, I can be a civil person now. Back then, hell to the no. But now I could be a civil person because now I strive to be a different and a better person, right? Anyway, so as a result of that, no one, I would hope no one, but myself, I never got married with the intention of getting divorced. And so that really, it weighed on me. And so I just was like, there's certain things, everybody, when you end a relationship or go through anything, a job ending, a relationship ending, any change of life, you say to yourself what you're not willing to accept, what you don't want. You go through the period of fixing yourself on, what did you do wrong? What did you think was wrong? You reflect on things. Main point, reflection. You're not always right. I'm not always right. I like to pretend I am, but I am capable of saying I am not always right. And if I'm wrong, I'm capable of saying I'm sorry. And I damn sure don't like to apologize to nobody. There's a lot of you that have that same thought. I ain't apologized. Do you know who I am? Why would I ever apologize to you? I'm here to tell y'all that is definitely the wrong method of thinking. You probably should start by apologizing to yourself. Go look in the mirror and apologize to yourself because you're failing yourself in some type of way, whether you realize it or not. We're not talking to you successful ass people, but I'm sure just because you're successful, you think that you have everything you want, and I'm sure you're lacking something. Ergo, you're failing yourself in some type of way. Go apologize right now. Self, I am so sorry for letting you down. You deserve better than what you're giving yourself. Positive affirmation, saying things like that is like how you heal yourself and how you bring into yourself, you know, goodness, wholeness, betterness for yourself, how you heal yourself. But anyway, so, I said, it'll be definitely a long time before I get into a relationship with another person. And, I definitely got to pay attention. We all go through that. Anyway, as a result of being homeless, um, there was like a day shelter place that I would go to, and, you get showers, they provide you meals, people be there, you socialize. And when you're homeless, I'm just here to tell you, there's really not a lot to do. You got a lot of time in your hands, 24 hours in a day. And I'm here to tell you, boy, 24 hours can turn into 2 years real quick. A day can drag out. A day could go real fast, but a day can drag out. Needless to say, everybody congregates in, specific areas based on who you are, what you do, etc. Right? Anyway, not to float my boat. Y'all know I'm really not conceited. I'm on my new shit. I'm a beautiful woman. I'm being more about me, and whoever feels some type of way, I don't care. Go back a episode or two ago, you was evicted, so I don't care how you feel about anything that I say or do, how I look, how I act, how I walk, how I talk. Only I care. I truly do not care how a person thinks or feels about me. I really don't. Anyway, so being in this place all the time, you know what I mean? Like a lot of guys try to holler at me. Oh, you're beautiful. I know. Just because I'm homeless don't mean that I don't have a self-worth. I'm not picking and choosing. I'm not going easy. I am of the people. I am for the people. I will entertain a conversation with anybody. But yeah, guys will holler at me every single day. And on some days it's really quite aggravating. Some of y'all need to know how to talk to women in the first place. Some of y'all really don't care. Okay, well, we're not talking to you. Those that don't care, and just leave. We're not talking to you. You're not even ready to receive anything that I'm ever going to say. If you're in a I don't care and I don't care to care mode, if that's you, I'll give you a moment to get up out your seat. Security, come get them. Carry them out. All right. Now, for those that are still here that actually care about something, the way people talk to people, the way women talk to men, the way men talk to women, like if you're interested in somebody, yeah, you can look at them. Like the way y'all go about things is my basic point. Here we go. I'm about to go off. It's the way you approach a person. It's the way you interact with a person. Y'all just do shit creepy as hell. You're interested in a woman, you stalk them. You stalk their social media, you follow them around, you show up in places that you know they're gonna be in. You be loud so that they can notice you. You come on, man. Women, you're not escaping this. We do a lot of dumbass shit to get a man's attention. Or anybody of same sex relationships, because I don't discriminate. Y'all get the point. Stop playing with me. Needless to say, there was this dude, and he just kept on everywhere I would be, everywhere I'd be. I turn a corner, he was there. I turn a corner, there he is. I go up, he's up. I go down, he's down. I'm left, he's left. I go right, he's right. And needless to say, I was living in a storage unit, and one night, like, I told y'all sometimes I stay in a hotel room, whatever, and one of the females that I had been friends with, I say that very loosely if you're watching. But anyway, she was repaying the favor back. She had gotten a hotel room, invited me over, whatever, because I was in my storage unit. And, there's just some things I'm not going to do. I'm going to ride it out. I'm homeless. You know what I mean? I'll link with people to socialize and hang out during the day hours, but to have a place to sleep at, to get out of a storage unit, I'm not ever going to no man's house. I don't care how pretty you think I am. I know what your motives are. And you thought because I was homeless, many of you thought that because I was homeless, you was going to be able to put me in a position because I needed help. I needed a place to sleep. I needed food. I needed a hot shower. I needed a place to wash my clothes. I just needed to be safe sometimes. And a lot of y'all thought that you was going to use, because you had those things and the ability to help me, to put me in a position. And you found out real quick that I wasn't going that easy. I'll go through hell. I went through the mud. And now I have a shower. Now I have a roof over my head. Now I have. It's the point. But anyway, so she invited me to the room, and I said, as I was on my way there, because normally I would just say, hell no, I'm already in the storage unit. Fuck it, it's whatever. And I decided to say, today I'm going to do something different. I don't know why. I decided today I'm going to do something different. So I went to the room. And after I got to the room, now mind you, earlier, rewind. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. Earlier in a day, said dude that, was everywhere, up, down, all around, approached me and finally spoke to me. And, the conversation was immaculate is the only word I have. Everything was everything on a real level. Everything about this person and just this interaction was just everything. I felt extremely comfortable. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we exchanged phone numbers. Needless to say, while I went to the hotel room, since I said I'm doing something different, she had male company. So I decided, hey, since we're all in a socialization type of atmosphere, now some of y'all are gonna be sitting there like, yeah, hotel room. Oh, y'all was with the freak off. Oh, Ice, I know how y'all get. Um, those of you who say that, y'all don't even know me. And those of y'all who know me are sitting there like they bugging for what they think because they don't know you. Anyway, so we went to hang out, we're socializing, and I decided to, call said person like, hey, you keep being everywhere I am, you keep making your presence known. You obviously want to talk to me. So what's up? You want to talk to me? You coming outside? Come outside. I'm outside. Now I be careful of some of the things I say. And when I say I'm outside, I say I'm going back in my house, to my room, to my bed. Those of you who know, words have power. Be careful what you say. But anyway, so old boy showed up. You know what I'm saying? And needless to say, everybody was chilling, hanging out, having a good time, and we was, politicking, and everything was everything. It was all right. I was wildly comfortable. And those of you who know who I am, know like to really get deep with me on a level that I'm gonna consider you an interest, you have to have a certain type of energy. You have to, you know, you have to be able to handle me and everything that comes with me. All right, y'all. I'm gonna pause for a second because you're all starting not to be able to see me. I'm gonna move to some light and continue. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, so we was chilling. Everybody was, hanging out, having a good time. And, you have to have a certain type of energy to really, be in close proximity with me for me to even consider you a person I want to spend some real time with, right? And this dude really, like, for those of you who know, I'm gonna keep it real. And for those of you who don't, right, he is absolutely the opposite of everything I stand for. All right. I used to be in a gang. All right. And it's not cool. The shit that be on television, the shit that you be seeing, the way people make things is not cool. The streets ain't for everybody, but the streets damn sure don't love you. All right. I don't care how much they make you believe they love you, they don't. But anyway, old boy was the opposite of what I was, right? He is the opposite of what I was. That in and of itself is a freaking problem. But here I am in a new life, doing new things, trying to what does it matter? I'm here in the state I live in. I don't while I very much still subscribe to those principles and codes of conducts, I don't live life like that anymore. But it was very much a part of who I am. So I still will honor that, right? Anyway, so that's a clue. The lights are a clue of what he's the opposite. You know what I mean? Try new things. See, it's not the first time you've seen these lights. Would have never thought. Anyway, so you know what I mean? But his energy, like he could match my crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he could match my energy. I really thought like, those of you who know me, sometimes I be wilding out. I will crash out all the way. There's no stop button when I crash out. I was like, I'm convinced if I pick up a couch and throw it across this room, this dude's like, and now go pick it up and put it back. Anyway, so mind you, remember, I was homeless, and everywhere I was, if I was up, he was up. If I went down, he was down. If I went right, you got the point, right? Day after day after day, hour after hour after hour, minute after minute after minute, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every day. And this went on for some time, but now we fast forward and now here we are and we're actually talking to each other and we're hanging out with each other and everything went cool and we spent some time with each other. And then, the next day was rinse and repeat and the next day was rinse and repeat and the next day was rinse and repeat. And here I am, me. I don't observe shit unless it is what it is. And if it ain't what it ain't, then it ain't. You know what I mean? And so I'm not in a relationship. I didn't think I was in a relationship. I quickly was told that I was in a relationship. I thought, we was just chilling. Friends with a benefit. You know what I mean? Anyway, now mind you, I'm not from here. Everybody in this area, especially in this homeless area, the majority of the people all know each other. They don't just know each other from being homeless. They went to school with each other. They grew up with each other. They've been in a relationship with each other. They have kids with each other. It's like, oh Lord, for those that know. For those that don't, I can't even at this moment try to explain to you. It's a world within a world within a world within a world. I hope that you will never have to experience homelessness. I would like to say I will never experience homelessness again, but I am grateful and appreciative for each and every last one of them people that I met. I don't care what level they was on. I don't care what they was doing. I don't care if they had a tent to sleep in, if they had a bench to sleep on. I don't care what drugs they was doing, what drugs they wasn't doing. I don't care if they sold their bodies, didn't sell their bodies. I don't care if they yelled at people, didn't yell at people. You all meant something to me. You all mean something to me. All of you have taught me something. I chose to take this on as a life lesson. Yes, I did dwell on the fact that I was homeless. Yes, I had my days where I really wanted to give up. A couple of times, I even contemplated going to the upper room because, I don't want to get kicked off YouTube just yet. I just started here. But y'all understand what I mean. I got real deep. I think I even called my kids and was like, hey, mind you, I was in a storage unit. If you don't hear from me for a couple of days, you might as well just send people. Don't even bother to come over here and put yourselves through that. That's how I was in it. But that might be another episode because I swear it was God. I swear it was Jesus Christ himself. I swear it was angels. I don't know who it was when that storm hit that made me do the things that I did, but that is what made me change my life. I swear it is, but that's another episode. Anyway, back to day after day, moment after moment, this dude is everywhere. And after dating him, because now I'm in a relationship, I'm told I'm in a relationship, I ain't mine. Don't let me get to making you think I'm stunting. I did not mind. It was perfect. It was perfect as far as I was concerned. And one day somebody approached me and said, hey, yo, do you know that that man is married? Who? Who you was just with? Didn't I just see you with so and so? Yeah. Because I know you and I've gotten to know you. This is what she was saying to me. Because I know you and I've gotten to know you and spent some time with you. You've disappeared for a couple of days. I know where you was at. Based on what you guys are wearing, I would have to assume, obviously, we went to a hotel room. Who wants to lay up in a storage unit? Corny, weird. I don't know. Not me. Needless to say, because we were still in the same damn clothes that we was in on Monday that we had on Friday, she put two and two together, made four, and she was like, I see what you was doing. However, I want to let you know that he's a married man. I don't give a damn if that's what you want to do, but just to let you know. And he don't give a damn because this is what he does all the time. Boy, when I tell you, let me sit back. When I tell you I was stuck on stupid, rewind. Remember I told you previously I was married and I just got a divorce because the man I married wanted to be with everybody else, told me he loved me. how much he loved me. Yeah, we went through it. We were separated. We was together. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff occurred. But yet we got married. I ain't force him. He came to me explicitly, in depth, heartfelt. He wanted me to be his wife. I wanted him to be my husband, and we got married. And he wanted every other woman to serve his physical. And I digress. Anyway, I just divorced the person because I clearly wasn't what they wanted. Went on with my life. And now I'm doing the same thing to somebody else. Those of y'all who really know me know I'm pro-woman. I'm pro-woman. I don't find no need to tear another woman down. I don't find no need to make another woman feel what I feel. If I felt that type of pain, why would I do that to somebody? Boy, was I conflicted. And I walked into the, little day center where everybody be at, and another person walked up on me and said, "Hey." Old boy was running his mouth because he's very loud. You can hear him 3 blocks a damn way. He was in here running his mouth, da 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 da. I put 2 and 2 together, made 4. Seen you. Do you know? Please pause. Now you're the second person saying this to me. What? And then they added some more information in. Oh, yeah, you see that girl over there? She's one of them. You see that girl over there? She's one of them. Boy, please, I need you to stop speaking right now. My world is spinning. How could there possibly be a woman out there who is married to a man? This man is fine as fuck. There's no way. If that was my man, he was at that moment in time. But I mean, if he was my man, if that was my husband, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. You ain't come home when? You was with whom? You don't want to be here then. People go through things, we might try to fix things, but if you keep doing it, no. There ain't no way this man got no wife. But my world was spinning, and not only do we got a wife, but he's extremely promiscuous. I'm not. I'm very health conscious about my body as far as, STDs. I don't want HIV. I don't want STDs. I want EBT. I don't even want that. I want to make my own money and buy my own food. But you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I don't want FBI. I don't want DEA. I don't want AIDS, HIV. I want to take a Tylenol. I don't want to have to take nothing. Y'all get the point. I swear the world started spinning. What? I was so conflicted. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And here he comes. He's coming my way. So of course, I have an attitude. I can't help it. Even if I try not to have an attitude, y'all know it'd be written all over my face. I could be sitting there trying to hide shit and my whole face be like, ew. So he asks, what's your problem? Nothing. What's your problem? Nothing. What's your problem? Nothing. I ain't gonna ask you again. Cool, don't ask me shit. Needless to say, sometime later, he approached me and told me, yo, I know what your problem is. And brought about the fact of, her, and her. And as far as he tried to paint it, he was not that type of person. He has done those things, but he wasn't who everybody else tried to make him out to be. And I had no reason to, okay, a lot of people said I've been with a lot of people that I ain't been with because what it looks like to you. We don't care what it looks like to you. We know what we're doing over here. So I could understand. All right, I'll take you at face value. But, sir, let me ask you a question. Do you have a wife? And you know what he said? Yes. What? I know you fucking lying. And he said, yeah, but I don't. But it don't matter what he said. And I was like, and I made an excuse and I went about my business. And the next day he pursued me even harder, and he pursued me even harder the next day, and he pursued me even harder the next day. And I had to admit to myself that I had feelings for this man. I had to admit to myself that I enjoyed spending time with this man. I had to admit that there was no way in hell, as far as I was concerned, that there could be a man as fine as he was, that was of the character, of the pedestal that I, in my mind, put him on. There's no way that he could be married to anybody, because surely they would be doing something about this, right? And there was nobody doing nothing about anything. He was doing whatever he wanted of free will, when he wanted, how he wanted, and I had a decision to make. Am I going to be morally corrupt and do what it is that I want to do because it feels good to me, because of my feelings, because I want, because somebody did this to me, so it don't matter if I'm doing it to somebody else? And nobody out here collecting this man, and here he is wanting to be collected, and I collected him, so I might as well continue doing it, right? And that's what I told myself, and that's how I made it okay to continue on. Needless to say, I continued on. And was it every day cool? It wasn't. I'm going to keep it really real. You just heard that I said I put the man on a pedestal. And those of you watching know who the man is. Y'all see how I regard this man. Y'all know how y'all talk about him, how y'all feel about him. Y'all know who he is. I seen through all of that. Remember, I just told all y'all mean something to me. I seen through all of that. I lived a life too. I'm not a perfect person. I seen through all them negative things and chose to see who he could be. Pedestal? What comes after a pedestal? A throne? To be on a throne, you need to be a king. Y'all black men out here call yourselves and want to be honored and acknowledged as kings. And when you get a woman who's really ready to put you on a throne and acknowledge you as a king, you want to act like a peasant. Anyway, now you know what he did. He acted like a peasant. And a woman like me, of the caliber I am, we're not having that. We're just simply not. But if you apologize and act right and get back to the prescribed path, then of course, we're going to go with the flow. Because why? We put you on a pedestal. You're the perfect match for us. Even those of us with the highest of self-esteem do the same thing. It don't matter if you're a man, it don't matter if you're a woman. We all do the same thing. We all have fallen into the same practice. Even if you know your worth, sometimes you still fumble your own bag for a little bit more excitement, for a little bit more, period, dot. And at the end of the day, that's what I did. I fumbled my bag for a little bit more excitement, for a little bit more entertainment, for a little bit more attention. My bad, I had to pause for a second. But anyway, for a little bit more. I fumbled my own bag, my own worth for a little bit more. Like I said, every day wasn't sweet. Every day was a challenge. And sometimes you have to accept the challenges that your person is presenting, because it's what they're going through. It's not always about you. And through this, I have learned that I am a very self-centered person. It is always about me, because it never used to be. And at some point in time, I started feeling like that was wrong too. Why? Because people told me. No, it is all about me. This is my life. Remember, they were evicted. No more box. This is my life. I'm worthy. I know what I want. I'm not going to keep fumbling myself for a little bit more. If I want to be a little bit more entertained, I'm going to go a little bit more entertained myself. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Spending time with yourself. Needless to say, Every time the bag was fumbled, he fumbled the bag, I fumbled the bag. And every time there'd be a separation, and then we'd end up getting right back together. And still, hello, don't forget the man is married still. Nobody has come to collect this husband that they say they have, that the world says. The man's still out there moment after moment, day after day, hour after hour, chasing me down. So clearly this marriage don't mean a fuck thing. And for those of you who want to be wanted, and when there's really somebody who wants you and is hunting you down, who is hot on your trail, on your ass, man, listen, hunt me down. I'ma fall down so you can catch me. Oops. See how I was playing with myself? It wasn't even no need to fall down. Man, listen. Anyway. So needless to say, we got to this point where one night it was just too damn much. It was too much. I was stressed all the way out. I was saying so many times, I'm stressed. I'm going through too much. I think my head might blow off. I can't take no more. And he's him. He don't care about nothing but him. I now know that. I now understand that. I now understand that whatever lessons and blessings that he picked up, that is all he can receive from me. He learned something from me. I believe that. Anybody who comes across me and spends time with me, you can't deny you have learned something from me, and I have learned something from you. So I appreciate you, even if we part ways on the worstest. I appreciate you because you taught me a lesson. Needless to say, on said particular night, I literally lost everything. I lost myself in ways I never imagined I ever wanted to lose myself again. And because of that, he now has to be my target. Don't speak to me. Don't come near me. Don't come around me. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to build a fortress. I'm going to get armed guards. I'm going to get crocodiles, alligators, pit bulls, kangaroos, any dangerous animal known to man. There ain't no way you could get through all that. And if you still somehow make it, you ain't coming that close. You are now the enemy because you hurt me. And we know, I done said that getting out of your shadow is about to be me exposing any pain that I've gone through. And because I'm learning my worth and I'm trying to exercise my worth and I'm going through this pain and I'm losing my mind and I'm on the floor in shambles and pieces again. How did I get there? Because I wanted a little bit more. Because I didn't want to be lonely. Man, I'd be walking around like I'm my own vibe. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. What I need to... Come on, man. Get with the program, lady. And I'm talking to you, the lady who's talking to y'all. Stop fumbling your bag. You know your worth. You're going to watch your own episode back. Stop it. How can you convince these people to do anything, to understand anything you're saying, if you don't stand on your business? And that is what we're going to be doing, standing on business. Because you know what I did? I allowed them to come back. I want to see one more time. But see, I went through a transformation. And at this point in time, after spending 8 months with a man, 8 months, I was in a relationship. It was full blown. Sorry, wifey, if you're watching. He was my husband, not yours. You should have came and collected him. You can come collect him now. He's outside in the park, downtown, some damn where. You ain't got to worry about me no more because he has now been evicted out of my box. All of my boxes. All right? And I'm going to stand on that business. I have to see this man every single day, everywhere I go. And I am going to stand on my business. There will be no more returns. There will be no more conversations. Love don't live here no more because he has now been evicted from my box. And I meant that box down there because I don't live in a box anymore. I begged him, don't fumble me. I now know a better understanding of the worth that I have than what I understood before. I know who I am now. I know who I'm going to be, and trust, there's some things that I still don't know, but I know. And y'all are going to see. That's why this episode will be published. It will not get flagged. It will be there for you to see on today's date when it gets published. That when you find out who I am, what I can do, you will then believe. And you'll remember, oh shit, she said it before. We thought this was just for entertainment purposes only. I assure you, it will get quite entertaining. But I am the truth. This is very real. And I'm not playing games no more. So yeah, I gave the weirdo another freaking shot because remember I put him on a pedestal. And he chose to not want to be there. So you know what? He walked out on me the last time. I have abandonment issues. We already discovered that the first, we already went through that. And if you are new here and you don't, go to the evicted episode and catch up, please. When you get here is when you get here. Your time is your time. Continue to listen. You're going to learn something. But needless to say, he ain't want to be on that throne. I put the wrong person on a throne. I am the person who's supposed to be on the throne. I don't need, there was one chair, I put him on the throne. I didn't get the objective. The objective was you, there's one seat. Why are you putting somebody else on the throne? There's one seat. Why are you standing here observing your life? Get your ass in your seat. You're evicted. You chose to not be worthy. I put all the worth in you. I try to show you who you were, who you truly could be. You chose to not see that. Unfortunately, I'm not certified. I am. But I'm here to tell y'all in the here and the now, any gifts that I possess, I refuse to help a person who don't want help. Take note of that. Just because you say, hey, I want help. If you're not actively showing me, and trust, you don't understand what that means. Only I do. I'm not asking for a lot. I just ask for you to try. You will fall, you will stumble. Please get up and continue to try. That's all I ask. And then you will receive help from me. Simply complicated. Everything with me is simply complicated. It's very simple. Y'all make it too complicated. Needless to say, I was going to dismantle the throne. I was in an act of anger. My feelings was hurt. How dare you? I put you up here on this throne. You chose to not sit there. You got me looking stupid. This is a kingdom. You got me out here in the courtyard like the fool, like the court jester. I'm the queen. How dare us both? I'll burn this whole palace down and go conquer a new land. Play with me if you want to. And then I stopped and thought about it and said, hey, yo, ain't no need for none of all of that. Just because a person chose to not be as worthy as you expected, unrealistic expectations, that is going to be an episode, I assure you, because we all have them. I don't got to burn the palace down. I don't got to go conquer a land. I don't got to enact war. I don't got to do none of that. I simply evict your energy out of my palace. I tidy it up to make it fresh and back to myself. And I sit my ass on my throne. And I wish somebody would come along and request to sit next to me. Those requests are hereby denied. Y'all are weird to me. I have things to do. I got a lot of things to accomplish. And I now know that allowing a person to enter into my energy right now is just going to deflect me from what it is that I need to do. I went on a celibate journey previously in my life, and no one could understand that. I thought I was doing it for one reason. I now know why I went on that journey. I went on that journey to prepare myself for now. I know my worth. It ain't about sex. I'm a grown-ass woman. Is sex fun? It is. Do everybody want to have it? They do. But the real ones understand that when you're trying to get to a higher level of understanding for yourself, when you're really trying to be somebody, when you're really trying to fulfill that seat on that throne, you don't need all those frivolous things. You're busy, booked and busy. So now those boundaries, remember, get up, stop being a robot. Get up, wash your ass for yourself. Get up, get dressed for yourself. Get up, go outside for yourself. Get up and go wherever for yourself. Don't show up places because people are going to be there and you want to be seen. Show up for yourself. Looking and feeling good for yourself. And you know what? You exude a radiance. You exude an energy that is going to make people pay attention to you anyway. Then is when you got to really start to really use a filter to figure out who should be close to you or not. And trust and believe those that shouldn't be close to you come harder, come deeper, and really, really do all the things to get as close to you as they can. Why? Because they will never be able to achieve the light that you're shining, and they need to stand in that light and feel the warmth. But once you figure out who they are, that they're not supposed to be there, you will take your light someplace else and the darkness will surround them again and they will be back on their own journey. And some of you will feel some type of way and be like, damn, look at them over there in the rain. It's not raining on my side of the street. I should probably go over there and provide them with some rain, some warmth. Don't do it. But you're gonna. And after you do, come back, watch this episode, and proceed to the next ones that I'm going to be making in the future. Now, I have to stand 10 toes on what it is that I'm saying. I begged them. I said, please do not fumble. I can't keep going through this. I've done it enough times. We've done this enough times. It is 8 months later. Return to sender. Go back to your wife. Go back to her, whomever. I don't care. I'm not affected. I hope that I show up and he's got a horde of females. A harem. I don't care. I won't be affected. I hope all y'all start coughing. I don't know. Anyway, go. If you choose to not want to get with the program, go. But I'm going to let you know right now that if you choose to go, I'm not going to stop you. I actually urge you to go so that I can get back to doing what I need to do, being great. Why attempt to share my greatness with another person? That means I have to divide my greatness in half to share me. Now, I can keep all that for me. 100% is better than anything less than. And he walked out. Y'all see I'm not on the floor. Y'all see I'm not in pieces. Y'all don't see no tears in my eyes. If they red, it's because I was smoking. I'm not bothered. I'm still fitting to show up everywhere that I show up. And I'm going to be looking great. I'm going to be smelling great. I'm going to be radiating a big ass light, a big ass energy. And he can't be in it. He can't participate no more. So I don't care. I care about the light. I care about my worth. I care about my value. I no longer choose to devalue me for a little bit of anything. I don't even choose to devalue myself for a lot of bit of anything because I am capable of giving myself the things that I want, need, and or desire. And they make a lot of battery operated things that make it possible for me to give myself my own level of pleasure. And this is 2025. We're moving into the future. There will be robot humans soon. Y'all know where I'm going with this. I don't need another person to provide me with pleasure. If I keep 100% for myself, now, don't get me wrong. I may in the future end up in another relationship. I may in the future, I don't know. That's the future. That is not today. That won't be tomorrow. It won't be next week. And I don't intend it to be next month. Why? Because I know my worth. It's time for him to be out of my energy. And just because he's now out of my home and I've evicted him from my box downstairs, it is now time for me to evict him out of my mind and my heart. You have to grieve relationships when they end. Appreciate what it was that you got. End the relationship with gratitude and humbly. Carry on. Simply put, thank you for teaching me that I was wasting my time. Thank you for showing me that I was absolutely correct in the level of value I placed in myself. Thank you for showing me how much I respect myself to see that you don't respect me to that degree. Thank you. And those words, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. When a person says, I love you, and they want to be with you, they need to have action behind that. It can't just be about words. If they can't walk the walk, then what the hell are they talking about? Go talk to yourself. They can go talk to themselves, and you can go talk to yourself, because if you just spend some time with yourself, talking to yourself, and listen to the type shit you say, you'll learn something. Anyway, so now here we are. We're going to stand 10 toes. We're going to show up every day doing the things that we need to do, accomplishing the things that we need to accomplish, even if it's just pulling up, sitting in the park, smoking, socializing with some people, listening to some music. It don't got a damn thing to do with him. I don't care what he's going to go through and how he's going to act about my presence, because I no longer will regard him. I can't even see him. You will now be my past. I don't own a car. I don't have a rear view mirror. So I can't see behind me. I would have to turn around to see behind me. And if I turn around, I wouldn't be moving forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, now that you're out the box, you discovered your worth, you started standing up for yourself, now it's time for you to put that in motion. Now it's time to stand on business. Now it's time to do the things we said. We're not going to do those things no more. And there you have it.